plus our reporter, Allie LaForce. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Back to Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
And finished off by Tatum.
Oh, how easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
Here's Curry. Yep, count it.
He picks the exact right moment to get himself a clear line to the basket.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. I asked him about the star power that they're up against tonight. He said, quote, "I'm not worried about the highlight reel plays. I'm worried about the relentless nature of that team over there. And the ringleader is Drew Holiday. He plays every possession on both ends of the floor."
As always, Allie, we thank you.
Warriors foul.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Personal foul.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Outside, Brown. Outside, Holiday. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, B.A., if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
6 on the shot clock. The three-pointer off the mark.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Butler. Right side, Moody. Pass to Curry. Launches a three. Porzingis grabs the board. And Porzingis has got the ball here for Boston. On the wing, Holiday. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
This goes to
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Pajimski. Here he goes. And Porzingis with the block.
Kristaps Porzingis has proven over the course of his young career that he is willing to be a force as a shot blocker.
The Celtics making a switch here. The shot by Butler, no good.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Horford for three. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Warriors trail by 4. Pass to post. Here's Green. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Boston. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
personal foul.
I love when Jason Tatum is aggressive to score the basketball. He does a tremendous job keeping his focus.
And that one falls for Tatum. You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring. But Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game.
Curry with it. Picked up by Tatum. And it's Green missing.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
To the paint. Here's Pritchard. And the layup is good off the glass.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Here's Butler. Misses the layup.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And you know, you look at someone like Peyton Pritchard, Doris, heady guy who doesn't make many mistakes.
Maybe his best attribute in my mind is the competitive spirit and the motor he plays with. He's a fearless shot taker, either inside or from three-point range. He makes excellent choices with his passes. But again, I go back to that competitive toughness.
Here's Curry. The teardrop. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Can they get it? And the Warriors miss again.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And so it's Boston
At the end of the first quarter,
with an
our
impressive
score,
16-point lead heading into the break. How
2. The Celtics, 18.
we welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
6 to shoot. Look at Steph Curry cooking it up inside.
Stephen Curry a little bit undersized, but he is so slippery once he's in the paint.
White.
Derek White, assisted by...
And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's White. Outside Holiday. Here's Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
Well, off the dribble, Jason Tatum continues to perfect multiple options in his arsenal.
The Graham, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Oh, deflected. Kuminga with it. Kuminga defends. Pass to Porzingis. Lets it go from the wing. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
And he gets it to go.
Well, it's incredible to see the touch on the teardrop that Steph Curry brings to the table. And it takes a kind of precision and knowledge to make that shot.
Drew Holiday.
Good on the bucket.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing. Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Yeah, that's some flashy stuff from Holiday. I mean, those moves give confidence that carry over into your shot.
Outside Curry. On the wing, Peyton.
In the first half.
Clock at 6. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Peyton's got his first bucket in this one. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, BA? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
And of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions. Hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the first half. Here's Pritchard. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Warriors trail by 18. To the middle. Outside for Butler. Inside. Here's post. Shot from the low post is good.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Horford outside. Oh, he took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. Instead, he'll shoot free throws.
First team foul.
This is an example of Al Horford, such a difficult cover. He's tall, he's long, and he utilizes all of that to his advantage.
The first one falls. Horford hits them both. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Assist from
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Here's Butler. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup.
I wouldn't say Butler seeks contact, but he sure doesn't turn it down.
To the wing, right side. Back to Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. Lets it go from deep. Kept alive by Boston. Horford for 3. Knocks down the long J.
3 points.
Horford's got 5 points.
Just such a smart, opportunistic shooter. Al Horford with a jumper. Yeah, that'll work.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
And absolutely, even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Pass to Hauser. Here's Walsh. No good. Misses at the
That's
buzzer.
the end of the first half with a score.
And so it's Boston
Your Warriors.
up 19 points as the
16.
quarter comes to a close.
The Celtics.
A big difference in
35.
shooting percentages. That's why they lead. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Boston leading by 19. Porzingis with it. Green picks him up. Here's Holiday. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Assistant. Kristaps
Give him 8
Porzingis.
points now.
Yeah, in the paint, Holiday's agility makes him tough to contain. He just needs a little space to go to work.
Boston
One of the
ball.
trickier plays to judge, but it would be
Celtics
hard
set.
to argue against the call.
Derek White.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Down low. And the basket by Holiday. Holiday's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
They get it again. Pass to Pajemski. Moody on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Rebound Boston. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Here's Porzingis. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Buddy Hield.
That one on Hield.
First personal foul.
Doors, it's hard to pick one, but Derek White is in the running for best defensive guard.
It's so true, and what Derek White does perhaps better than any other guard is block shots. When we talk about top on-ball defenders, he's also on that list. You want to talk about somebody who can get in the passing lane and be disruptive. He's on that list. Truly can do it all.
Sounds good by Curry.
And very difficult to keep the ball out of Stephen Curry's hands because of all his movement. He can shoot from anywhere, and right now the defense has no answer. Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Here's Curry. Boston pulls it in. Outside, Brown. And he converts the layup.
Jaylen Brown.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Here's Hield. Hauled in by Brown. Boston on offense. They're on a 15-4 run. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Goes up at the elbow. The rebound by Payton. Here's Green. Pass to Curry. It's tipped. Here we go, all alone. Here's Holiday. Finished off the break.
Derek White.
Holiday's got 12 points in the game.
Oh, what a move by Drew. There's some system to Holiday's game.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Porzingis grabs the board. So it's Boston now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And here's Curry for 3. Rejected by Brown.
Such a pesky defender. Jaylen Brown, right place, right time.
Pass to Cornette. Now here's White. Guarded by Payton. Porzingis for 3. Counted from distance. Porzingis has got 8 points in the quarter.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Curry gets the bucket. And so it's Boston with a gigantic 33-point lead at the
Your Warriors. 24. The Celtics.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. So it's Boston now. To the inside. Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
And the jam by Brown.
How about a little bit of daylight is all Jaylen Brown needs, up off his feet in a hurry.
Down low. Here's Moody.
Boston foul.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming
Personal
up.
foul. First team foul.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive
At the
approach
line for
from Boston?
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Wow, it's a delicate shot. I mean, the touch on that floater by Kevin Knox looking really comfortable.
Inside. And Horford powers it home.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Outside Moody. From downtown. And Post gets it to go.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Here's Brown. Soft touch off the glass. Brown's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Oh, explosive crossover. How's that for a move?
Pass to Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Well, Jaylen Brown has quality handles now. Relentless on the attack when he's got the rock in his hands.
And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time.
Personal foul.
That's his first
Second
foul.
team foul.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Knox. They grab their own miss. Back to Moody. Pass to Post. And there's a 3-second violation.
Ooh, talk about a way to deflate the team.
Substitution
I
for
think
your
it
Warriors.
kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Boston on offense. Hauser.
Sam
Oh,
Hauser.
and that one, no question,
Assist goes to
powered it down.
Peyton Pritchard.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the
Boston
defense
foul.
is playing him and then
Jaylen
taking
Brown.
advantage of that.
Second personal foul.
And there's just one foul
Third
now
team
away
foul.
from the penalty.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now.
Well, Brown taking away the shooter's airspace, effectively crowd scorers and gets them out of their comfort zone.
Tipped. Here's Butler. And he makes it the layup.
From Moses Moody.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Pass to Brown. 4-3.
In the game, 2 minutes.
And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7
Jaylen
tries.
Brown. Three-pointer.
Well, one of the most valued shots in all the NBA, the corner 3, and Jaylen Brown makes easy work of it.
Moody on the wing. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
The value of good
Celtics
ball
foul.
movement isn't lost on this one.
Second
Whistle
personal
blows.
foul.
It's going to be on
Team
Torrey
scored.
Craig. That'll be a second foul of the
Substitution on the
game.
court.
Pass to Post. And it's in there. Post has Got 5 points now in the quarter.
With the assist.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Celtics.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
Yeah, when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
We've come to expect big-time games from him. Just another day at the office for Jaylen Brown.
I have to say, he was totally unleashed tonight, flying up and down the court, helping out however he could. He made a big impact on both ends. And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
The kick out to White. Tatum. Good work defensively by Jackson Davis. To the paint. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
5 on the clock. Here's Porzingis, plenty of space. And that one's on target from the wing.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
Back to Pajemski. Off target from outside. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one.
That's the end of the game.